Hello everyone, Pinder Productions here, and today I'm back with another F1 2016 career mode gameplay, and today we go to Italy for round 14 and Ferrari's home Grand Prix. So, R&D event.
We're having it fitted in time for FP1. Have a look at the factory.
Right, I believe this is our fuel upgrade. Yes it is, there we go. Fuel efficiency upgrade. Not the most useful upgrade, but it will make a bit of use in the future hopefully. So we've upgraded one level of that. Next time I think I'm either going to go for chassis weight or downforce, either of those two. Let's go to practice.
Good morning, you join us as the final minutes start to tick away before the beginning of practice here in Monza. The teams are working furiously on the cars, making last minute adjustments before they get out on track. One of the most famous corners here at Monza is the Variante del Rettifiglio, the first corner chicane. It's been the scene of so many first lap incidents over the years, and I think the teams will be holding their breath, hoping that they make it through that corner cleanly at the start today.
This is such a tricky corner to find the right braking point for. You approach it around 220 miles per hour down the main straight, then scrub off 170 miles per hour in just over 100 meters. It's very easy, therefore, to overshoot and end up driving through the escape road.
As always, we start with track acclimatization in the practice session, and I got a almost purple perfect score. I got one green dot there, you can see, so really good score there for the track acclimatization. And in tyre wear, coming up here on the final lap, I got a purple score here as well. There you go, result 45 out of, I can't see what that was, but yeah, we got another perfect score there. So as you can see, two perfect scores. And then in qualifying pace, you can see we're on for a green lap time, and here we go across the line, and another objective complete perfect score. So after that, you can imagine that we had a good number of resource points. There we go, we've gone up 214 points there. Again, I'm getting nothing for all this like session participation. Let's listen to the voicemail after we have a look at the resource points. Okay, so we need 700, so we're not going to get that. Maybe after qualifying in the race we might be able to, but I don't know, we'll see.
Hi, how are you? I'm just passing on your qualifying goals for this weekend.
So those are our qualifying goals for the qualifying. Let's go to qualifying.
Qualifying is about to start here at the Autodromo di Monza for the Italian Grand Prix. The teams are about to head out onto the track any minute now. When it comes to getting lap time out of this circuit, it's traditionally been about maximizing top speed. Do you simply remove as much downforce as possible, hang on in the corners and max out down the straights?
Top speed is a key factor for this circuit. Even if you can achieve the same lap time as someone running less wing than you, chances are you'll find overtaking difficult if you have too much drag.
And here we are at the start of my qualifying lap, across the line and activate the DRS. And yes, I do realise I said qualifying about 4 times in a row there just before the cutscene with Anthony Davidson and Ted Kravitz, and I've gone too deep there. Turn 1 into the chicane, corner cutting warning. However, I have made it through still in P1, which is lucky, even though I had to go slowly to avoid getting a penalty. And Vettel is behind me in P2 currently on the one shot qualifying that I do, just to keep the recording time short, because the recordings are already an hour long, and that takes up a lot of hard drive space, as you can probably guess. So I do keep this one shot quali as it is because of that reason solely. And though I am taking some bad lines there and gearing through the two, I can't remember the names of those corners now, they'll hit me after I've recorded this probably. But anyway, yeah, through those, and now through a Scari chicane here. I believe this one is called, yeah, I'm pretty sure this one's Scari. Through there, not too badly, and onto the back straight now, getting under the bridges and Fly Emirates sponsoring. They seem to sponsor every sporting event and every single race. They must have loads of money. Anyway, round the final corner, I believe, is that the Parabolica, or the Parabolica's up there? I can't remember now. But anyway, here we go, finished the lap, purple lap time. We were fastest, first place for the race tomorrow. And here we go for resource points. Let's see, we got 617 now, so an extra 80 points. Didn't get quite so many in qualifying. How's our... Oh, we're ahead of Hamilton. Yes, that's good to see. Will we get to 30? No, we won't. Probably by the end of the race we will. That score, still second driver. Maybe if I win a championship I'll get that.
Hey, how are you? I have some information on the race goals you should keep in mind.
So those are our race goals. Let's go to the race now.
It's race day here in Italy once again. Monza, home to so many records. The smallest winning margin, for example. Do you remember in 1971, Peter Gethin beat Ronnie Peterson to the line by 1/100th of a second. There were 40 overtakes for the lead alone in 1965, and Kimi Raikkonen clocked a record top speed of 230 miles per hour here, just over a decade ago. So there's a lot to live up to then for all of our drivers today. With top speeds in excess of 220 miles per hour, few places can hope to touch Monza's crown as the fastest circuit in Formula One. Hard braking zones going into 3 chicanes make up the majority of the 11 corners on this 3.6-mile circuit. And just in case the slipstream wasn't enough, well, 2 DRS zones will help encourage some close action. It's a very tight turn 1 here and a very big braking zone. It's a corner, Anthony Davidson, where we've seen a number of lap 1 incidents in the past.
As you say, it's a very small piece of track when you have more than just one car trying to go through it. The actual run down towards the chicane is quite wide, so off the start we'll often see drivers running 2 or maybe 3 abreast as they come up towards the braking zone. Everyone wants to brake late, of course, to win track position, and that tends to be where we see a lot of contact. And you'll see the more experienced drivers kind of hang back a little into here and focus more on picking up the pieces from other people's incidents.
You've done well to put it on pole, but we've still got work to do. Trying to cover the inside line off the start.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. It's Ferrari in pole position then, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Rosberg, Daniel Ricciardo and Verstappen.
So I chose the super soft medium tyre strategy because that was the fastest one for the race, because I would have to do the least amount of pit stops. And here we go for the start. Get a good clean start there as well. Vettel loses a place off the start to Hamilton, so that's not good to see my teammate losing positions right off the start there, since Ferrari are usually very good at starts, and Vettel is alongside him. And now Rosberg has gained a place there on my teammate, so he's down in 4th, I assume now. I can't really see any positions below him, so that's all I can assume from VSC. Wow. There must have been a coming together. Let's see what happened there on the replay camera. So if I go here, wow, there's been a pile-up here at the chicane, the first corner. Wow, everybody's going really slowly. Can we go back and change car? Yeah, let's have a look, because, wow, the Jensen Button's sideways at turn 2 there, at the apex. He just parked it on the apex sideways, Jensen Button. What's he doing there? You can see how hot the brakes are, glowing red. I mean, just look at them. And there we go. Yeah, really hot brakes. And well, stupid AI just piling up there to cause the virtual safety car now. So we're going to have to go slower. Oh no, going way too quickly. Right, here we go. Let's go slowly and follow around under the delta for this VSC. I put it into lean mix for the VSC as well, just so I can keep slow as well, save fuel for later on in the race. And so now the virtual safety car is ending. Got to keep slowly though, remain in a positive delta, so here we go. I'm going to get ready to put it into standard though. Now outside, exiting the Ascaris chicane, return to racing speed. Up we go. Hamilton and Rosberg are still behind us, which is both good to see and bad to see, because that means my teammate is still behind them. However, I don't know why it would have changed, because we were under virtual safety car, so no overtaking. And up into Rich Mix on the pit straight, fastest lap there. It wasn't really a fast lap because it was halfway round VSC conditions. Braking into turn 1. Can I get a better braking zone than on my quali lap? Yes, I can. It looks like good lines through there, or good enough not to go wide and onto the bumpy sausage curbs, I believe those are. At least they remind me of the sausage curves with like the rounded edges of them. And through 130R. To be honest, I don't know the names of these corners. I probably shouldn't keep naming them because I'm always probably calling them the wrong names. So yeah, weaving a bit there onto the grass. Not good for my driving, but I'm managing to hold my position in P1, which is good to see. So I will update you when there is either any action or when we go into the pits. And now coming on to the end of lap 4, and my team want me to come into the pits, so that is what I will do there. I was trying to slow down a bit, practice actually not just going in really hard and then just snapping me back down to the speed limit, just to make it a little bit more realistic, because that's what the AI have to do. And onto the medium tyres we go, and Vettel has followed me into the pits on the same lap. Hopefully I didn't hold him up there with double stacking, because that would have been bad to hold him up against the two Mercedes drivers. And we are out into P14 it looks like at the moment, and okay, so we are out in P14 behind Palmer in the Renault. He's quite high up the field considering the actual season he's had, and being in a Renault P13, although I have pitted and most of the front runners have pitted, such as my teammate, and the two Mercedes I believe probably have pitted, or at least one of them probably pitted as well. So yeah, it's not really that surprising, and I've cut out the corner there a bit going over the curb, but I just wanted to avoid the Renault as well, although it does look like he's quite far ahead now after I've done that. So I have lost some time to him, although I'm right behind him now, so hopefully I will be within DRS range. Yes, I am coming into the DRS zone now. Activate DRS perfectly on time there, as perfect as I could get it at that point. 8th gear now, really going quickly past Palmer there, and he is eating the Manor's dust along with me. Was it the Manor or the Haas's dust? I'm not sure, either of them. But now Grosjean is my next target. He is right ahead of me now, and I am going to try and gain on him in the slipstream or the braking zone. Can I try and make a move around the outside, around the 90 degree, 180 degree really, isn't it? Because you go right the way around anyway. Oh no, he's going into the pits with the other Renault and Hulkenberg, I believe. So now we are ahead of Massa and behind Carlos Sainz. Now Palmer's behind us, and now Sainz is behind us, and now Alonso. Wait, they're running together again. Alonso and Sainz together for the second race running, and I've got to overtake both of them again for the second race running. How crazy is that they're both running together, Alonso and Sainz, in the running order, and I am again trying to overtake them after the pit stops. What are the chances that that happened 2 races running? Identical situations there. Anyway, we have overtaken both of them now, so no need for the DRS zone, because they are both in slow cars, with the Toro Rosso having a 2015 Ferrari engine and the McLaren having the Honda engine. So yeah, we have more horsepower than both of those, so that was an easy move. Also, it is quite funny that it is also quite funny, as we set the fastest second sector of the race, that the two Spaniards are together, both races running. If this happens at Singapore, it's going to be Illuminati confirmed. It just is. And as we go past the pits, you may have been able to see another car entering as we were approaching it, and we are back up into P1, so everybody ahead of us has just gone into the pits, so we are back up into the lead on lap 7. We have about 6 laps to go till the end of this race, and we have what looks like sometimes comfortable, but then as we were exiting the first and second corner there, it did not look like such a comfortable lead. So I think I'm going to need a few faster laps, although it is Sainz and Alonso who haven't pitted yet, I don't think, being on the soft compound tyres. So I don't think the issue of distance to them is that bad at the moment, or at all really. So I think we are good on that respect, considering they have not gone into the pits yet. And now it looks like either Sainz has been overtaken or gone into the pits, and Alonso has stayed out. Also, Hamilton is on the softs like Alonso and Sainz. So why are they on the soft? Is he planning to make another stop, or is he just being more conservative on his tyres than I am on the medium compound tyre? I have no idea what's going on there with Hamilton on the soft compound tyres. Maybe he thinks he can take them to the end of the race. Maybe he pitted later than I did. I just don't know. But even so, we are still in the lead, and our tyres will definitely last till the end of the race. So we'll be good for longevity, just not for speed at the end. So maybe Hamilton's trying to have a bit more speed than us at some point during the race on the faster tyres. I have no idea what his strategy is, but ours is to stick on these medium tyres until the end of the race. And now we are coming into the final sector of the final lap. Another fastest sector there through sector 2, although we have been running it in rich mix, so that is to be expected slightly. And surprisingly also, we still have all 22 runners in the race. Even though we had the virtual safety car and the massive pile-up at the start, still to have all 22 people at the end is a good thing. And now coming around the final corner for the final time, we can cross the checkered flag to win Ferrari's home Grand Prix, the Italian Grand Prix at Monza.
Just amazing. Well done.
A great win then for the Maranello team today. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
Well, the safety car completely changed the race, didn't it? It's hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
Well, this is it. This is where they all want to be. Here come the top three then, out onto the podium after a fascinating Grand Prix. And now let's take a look at the driver's standings. Well, the leader
So
of the
this
come
race,
down after a
Sebastian
poor result
Vettel finished
of
5th behind
Now,
Bottas,
Anthony Davidson,
then Perez,
who was your
Ricciardo,
driver
Massa,
of the day?
Alonso
I'm
and
going to say
Hülkenberg.
Carlos Sainz. It was
Wow.
one of his best drives this season, and I'm
Sainz
thoroughly
12th.
impressed.
And
Sainz
here's how
is still
things are
12th
shaping
though.
up in the
He hasn't
Constructors'
scored any
Championship.
points.
We saw a dip in form
Okay
from the
then, so we are
Championship
second
leaders
in
today.
the championship
Taking a
in
significant
constructors
blow.
behind
That's it for today's
Mercedes,
Grand
only
Prix.
4 points, and I'm 7 points behind Lewis Hamilton in the drivers, and my teammate is still third ahead of Nico Rosberg, so that is good to see. And resource points, we now have an extra 50, 75, an extra 100, extra 110, so we are now on 727, just within touching distance of being able to reach our next upgrade. So that will happen on the next episode, I'm afraid. We have won the rivalry though, so that is a good sign. +1 on all of these, however it doesn't make a difference sadly, even though we are still the second driver and I'm consistently outperforming my teammate. This is the end of the video though, so I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like, comment below, subscribe to the channel if you're new and want to see more F1 2016 videos in the future, and I will see you next time. Bye.